Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Platinum Collection of January 2025. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle, and have the opportunity to gain early access to videos by buying a coffee through Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-Fi. Your support means the world to me, and I genuinely appreciate it. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Deck of Souls. This game merges roguelike deck building with the punishing gameplay of a Souls-like. You're thrust into a cycle of life, death, and rebirth, wielding the power to turn enemies into cards and forge a personalized Deck of Souls. Here's the challenge. You need to break free of an infinite loop and seal the gates of hell. You begin by creating your hero, selecting from 3 classes: Divine Knight, Holy Lich, or Saint Talon, each offering unique gameplay styles. The Divine Knight smashes through enemies, Holy Lich relies on precise magical prowess, and Saint Talon thrives on stealth and poison mechanics. Your choices influence not only your gear and abilities, but also the moral dilemmas that punctuate each chapter. Will you spare the bosses for their help, or execute them to claim raw power? These decisions shape your journey. Combat is a strategic turn-based affair, where each card placement demands foresight. The inclusion of gear and set bonuses further deepens your tactical options. Equipping souls of defeated bosses imbues weapons with game-changing effects, amplifying your dominance or your downfall. While Deck of Souls boasts pixel art that grows on you and a fitting soundtrack, minor issues like a lack of tutorial clarity and limited environments slightly mar the experience. Still, its blend of deck building, moral choices, and roguelike elements make it worth exploring. For fans of Slay the Spire and Dark Souls, this is a gem that promises an intense, albeit concise adventure. At number 2 we have Thyria, a gripping RPG that blends dynamic exploration, turn-based combat, and strategic crafting to immerse you in a cursed village's haunting mystery. You step into the role of Thyria, a determined heroine who ventures into the dreamscapes of afflicted villagers, battling nightmares to cure their minds. Summoning a team of up to 14 customizable guardians, you'll navigate procedurally generated isometric 2D maps filled with treasures, traps, and relentless foes. The day-night cycle dynamically alters gameplay, requiring you to adapt strategies on the fly as enemy behaviors shift with the time. Combat is intricate and rewarding, driven by the unique abilities of your guardians. Each ability has distinct day and night versions, which you can mix and match to suit your playstyle. Battles require careful planning, resource management, and a deep understanding of your enemy's strengths and weaknesses. As you explore, you'll uncover soul jewels and relics that enhance your team's capabilities, adding layers of customization and strategic depth. Visually, Thyria is a feast for the eyes, combining hand-drawn art with a pen-tip effect that creates a dark yet whimsical aesthetic. While its lore is intriguing, the game leaves you craving more narrative depth early on. Additionally, the initial tutorial could be more comprehensive to ease new players into its complex mechanics. If you enjoy challenging, replayable RPGs with a creative spin on combat and exploration, Thyria will captivate you. The game's charm lies in its ability to make each playthrough feel uniquely your own. At number 3 we have Eden Genesis, a 2D action platformer blending speedrun-focused challenges with a cyberpunk dystopian narrative. Set in 2072, you step into the boots of Leah Anderson, a fiery protagonist fighting to cure a mind-reveling condition called synthetic neurodegeneration, or S&D. Your journey takes place within her matrix-like mind, where combat and movement trials test your skills and precision. Armed with a pulse sword and a laser weapon called the Debugger, you navigate courses filled with spinning S&D cubes to destroy, enemies to eliminate, and objectives to complete. Leah's nimble movement set, including triple jumps, wall runs, and air dashes, feels fluid, but demands exact timing and quick reflexes. Challenges are graded from D to S+, with higher ranks unlocking critical resources to progress. However, the steep learning curve hits hard. Instead of gradually earning powers, you are given all abilities up front, leaving you to master them simultaneously in punishingly difficult rooms. While retrying short repeatable stages is part of the design, the relentless demand for precision might frustrate all but the most determined players. Visually, the game excels. The cyberpunk city of Eden is a vibrant backdrop filled with neon lights, clever Easter eggs, and sleek animations. The soundtrack matches the fast-paced intensity, but does not elevate the repetitive gameplay loop. Unfortunately, Leah's aggressive personality can wear thin quickly. If you enjoy mastering complex mechanics and pushing for perfection, Eden Genesis is a rewarding test of skill. For casual players, its unyielding difficulty might overshadow its stylish charm. And number 4 we have Break the Loop, a turn-based roguelike RPG that challenges you to assemble a team of 4 heroes and navigate a customizable timeline filled with random events. Each decision you make leads closer to an apocalyptic showdown, where your carefully honed strategies and upgrades determine your survival. In Break the Loop, you'll craft a party from 12 unique characters, each offering distinct skills and passive abilities. Tank, brawler, support, or specialist, you're tasked with finding the perfect synergy for your team. Combat revolves around a dynamic turn-based system, where each turn reshuffles positions and alters strategies on the fly. This innovative mechanic demands constant adaptation, as both you and your enemies vie for control. The game's unique selling point is its timeline creation, allowing you to tailor your path with treasure hunts, merchants, or dialogue-driven encounters. This strategic variety keeps runs fresh, even as the looming final boss tests your resolve. The hand-drawn art style, reminiscent on 90s cartoons, brings flair to every interaction, while quirky humor infuses the characters with charm. However, Break the Loop is not without flaws. Some players have noted its steep learning curve, with balancing issues that may frustrate newcomers. While the initial experience is engaging, the limited biomes and repetitive event types can hinder long-term replay value. Despite this, the unique mechanics and creative design make it a worthy pickup for roguelike fans craving innovation. If you're up for a challenge and love crafting clever strategies, Break the Loop offers an experience unlike any other. And number 5 we have Urbek City Builder, a voxel-based city management game that redefines the genre by replacing traditional financial systems with complex resource chain management. You start with humble wooden huts, and gradually grow into a sprawling metropolis by carefully balancing resources, happiness, and infrastructure. In Urbek, every decision has an immediate impact. To progress, you'll juggle wood, electricity, and worker skill levels, while ensuring your citizens' happiness. Want to upgrade a shantytown to a downtown area? Add green spaces and public amenities. The placement of every building determines its function and potential upgrades, creating a dynamic, puzzle-like experience. The absence of currency means your focus shifts entirely to managing resources and fulfilling social needs. Pollution, education, and transport all play key roles in shaping your city's demographic and development. A lack of bus stops could turn buildings into car parks, while neglecting worker conditions might stifle population growth. Every 6 months, you can implement laws that offer benefits but come with trade-offs, further testing your balancing skills. Visually, the voxel graphics provide a charming and functional aesthetic. You can even drop into your city for a ground-level view, adding a unique sense of immersion. The excellent tutorial guides you through intricate systems, making the steep learning curve manageable. With its endless replayability, thanks to customizable maps and biomes, Urbek City Builder is captivating and engrossing. If you love strategic decision-making and watching your choices come to life, this game will keep you hooked for hours. It is highly recommended. And number 6 we have Technotopia, a turn-based card-driven city builder set in a futuristic world where you guide an artificial intelligence named Iris to create a balanced metropolis. Combining strategic planning with narrative depth, it challenges you to manage 4 competing factions while unlocking new buildings and opportunities with every run. The core gameplay revolves around placing cards, representing buildings or actions, next to existing structures on a grid. Each card has unique effects, tailored to specific factions, requiring careful planning to optimize resources and space. Your choices are further shaped by daily events, offering rewards that can shift your city's trajectory. Balancing faction demands, like government support or elite preferences, is essential as escalating expenses push you to strategize efficiently. The game excels in its visual style, blending retrofuturist and Art Deco aesthetics into stunning cityscapes. The card designs are equally impressive, and the intuitive UI ensures you always know what your decisions impact. Sound design adds life to your metropolis, complemented by a futuristic soundtrack that, while captivating, could benefit from more variety. While the gameplay loop is engrossing, the rapid expense increases can feel overwhelming during early runs. A clearer list of unlockable buildings and pathways to achieve goals would enhance the experience. Similarly, the characters and narrative, though intriguing, lack depth and voice acting, which might leave you craving more personality. Despite these minor shortcomings, Technotopia delivers a unique and rewarding experience. Its blend of strategy, creativity, and storytelling ensures that every run feels fresh and challenging, making it a must-play for city building enthusiasts. At number 7 we have Necroking, a turn-based tactics roguelite that plunges you into the shadowy role of a necromancer wielding immense dark powers. With a focus on deck building and strategy, you'll summon legions of skeletons and undead minions to conquer settlements tainted by life. This game invites you to embrace the darkness, boasting a deck of over 30 undead units and procedurally generated levels. Each playthrough offers fresh challenges, demanding sharp tactical thinking and adaptability. The pixel art aesthetic sets the tone perfectly, delivering a hauntingly beautiful world brimming with gothic charm. Combat revolves around quick decisions and strategic execution. While some encounters are thrilling, others can feel repetitive due to limited viable build options. Deck building enthusiasts will enjoy customizing their skull deck, but balancing issues, particularly in later stages, may detract from the experience. Necroking thrives in its early game, where resource management and strategy blend seamlessly. However, the difficulty curve flattens as you progress, leaving veterans of the genre craving a more substantial challenge. The lack of refined resource tooltips and simplistic mechanics in certain areas might frustrate those seeking depth. In a bundle, this game's value is undeniable. Whether you're a casual player looking for an accessible entry into roguelites, or someone enamored with a necromantic theme, Necroking delivers a captivating, albeit occasionally flawed experience. For hardcore enthusiasts, it may fall short of its potential, but its charm and replayability make it a worthy addition to your library. At number 8 we have Lotus Lantern Rescue Mother, a fast-paced action roguelite steeped in Chinese mythology. You play as Chen Xiang, the son of a goddess and mortal, on a quest to free your mother from magical imprisonment. Armed with swordplay and mystical abilities, you navigate a series of combat arenas, upgrading your skills and equipment along the way. The combat shines with its focus on dashing and strategic attacks. Your dash is vital, letting you evade melee strikes and ranged projectiles alike. Chen Xiang's sword strikes feel satisfying, and his blue magic attacks that track enemies at depth. Boss fights, like the fearsome tiger, challenge your reflexes and planning, with patterns to learn and exploit. However, the smaller arenas can sometimes restrict your movement, adding a layer of frustration when facing large mobs. Between battles, you'll gather resources to unlock upgrades, purchase health, and tailor Chen Xiang's abilities to your playstyle. The sheer variety of upgrades and artifacts gives you freedom to experiment, but the abundance of systems can feel overwhelming, especially with text-heavy menus. Visually, Lotus Lantern is colorful and vibrant, capturing the essence of its mythological roots. While the combat animations are fluid, the screen can get cluttered during intense fights. The music enhances the fantastical atmosphere, though sound effects take a back seat. The game's roguelike repetition and traditional structure might wear thin for some, but when a run clicks, the gameplay is thrilling and rewarding. If you're drawn to action games with cultural flair, this one's worth exploring. At number 9 we have Steelrising. Steelrising by Spiders marks a significant leap forward for the developer, offering an enthralling Souls-like experience set in an alternate 18th century Paris. As Aegis, an intelligent automaton navigating a city besieged by killer machines amidst political upheaval, you embark on a journey full of responsive combat and satisfying exploration. The game's combat mechanics initially feel unfamiliar due to Aegis' mechanical movements, but they quickly become engaging as you balance between melee and ranged attacks while managing stamina. A unique twist adds depth, as venting heat restores energy, but causes frost damage, requiring strategic decision-making in battles against titans controlled by human minds. Exploration is a highlight, with the world peppered with chests and collectibles that encourages thorough investigation. While the level design can sometimes be confusing, discovering shortcuts and hidden areas reminiscent of Metroidvania games adds to the sense of accomplishment. Customization options abound, with various weapons and armor sets altering Aegis' abilities and stats. Upgrades are fueled by anima, which are currencies dropped by enemies, providing a satisfying sense of progression. Notably, Assist Mode offers accessibility options without penalizing progress, making the game more inclusive for players of all skill levels. Despite some flaws, including repetitive environments, Steelrising showcases Spider's growth as a developer. Aegis' journey through steampunk Paris stands the studio's finest title yet, demonstrating their ability to craft compelling adventures in the ever-evolving Souls-like genre. At number 10 we have Figment 2, Creed Valley, a delightful musical adventure suitable for both younger and older players. Developed and published by Bedtime Digital Games, this action platformer with a musical theater twist maintains the charm of the original Figment. You don't necessarily need to have played the first installment, but you might feel like you're missing out on some nuances if you skip it. The game follows the quirky duo, Dusty and Piper, protectors of the human mind, as they embark on a quest to restore the shattered moral compass at the center of the mind, combating a mischievous two-headed jester along the way. Figment 2's gameplay involves breezy action platforming with a wooden sword, where enemies sync their attacks with the music, adding a rhythmic element to the combat. While the fighting may become repetitive and some encounters overly challenging, the game shines in its puzzles and boss fights, seamlessly blending brawling, puzzle solving, and bombastic musical numbers. The world design stands out, with each new area beautifully realized, reminiscent of a Saturday morning cartoon. Figment 2's humor may skew toward a younger audience, but it excels as a family-friendly co-op experience. Piper, as player 2, offers a stress-free option for those seeking a cooperative adventure without the pressures of combat. Despite feeling like a second violin to Figment 1, Figment 2 remains a solid game, especially for those seeking an enjoyable co-op experience with a younger player in mind. And that's all for this bundle. This month's Platinum Collection is packed with variety, making it a must-check out for gamers. With gems like Technotopia and Lotus Lantern Rescue Mother, it is perfect for fans of roguelikes, card games, and city builders. The lineup features fresh titles and plenty of potential, so whether you're taking a chance on something new or adding to your collection, there's a lot to love here. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider unlocking early access to videos by buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.